and doing a zoom in to suggest Adam paying attention to the Coke selection and, in a sense, making a choice there. Just letting the camera roll and doing it a couple of times with trying to zoom in at a couple of different speeds. The first time, if you noticed when I zoomed in, there was some reflection off of the glass on that selection, so I wanted to shoot it again a couple of times here. This one I think I like better. Now this is the close-up of the button selection. It looks more or less like the same shot, off to the side a little bit. Adam comes in and presses the button. I wanted him to do it one more time so that we could see his finger press the button. And close-up here of the dollar going into the machine. Now remember, when we shot this, we had only the $1.50 for the Coke to actually go in, and you know, I did that on purpose. I think you understand, so that to make the point that we can shoot out of order. The way we set it up and shot Adam pressing his finger in on the button was out of order, either before or after we put the money in. Didn't matter, but it's important to understand that in this style of production you can shoot in any order that you like. Here, of course, the bottle dropping down as a close-up. We have our wide shot of Adam. Now, in the close-up, I had him reach in and take the bottle out. I'm having him on the wide shot. We put the bottle back into the slot so he could reach in and take the bottle out again. Okay, this is this practice of repeating the actions. We put the bottle back in so I could get the shot of him reaching in twice, pulling the bottle out. Once from the close-up, once from the wide shot. That repetition of action is essential to doing this correctly. And this is a point that a lot of people, well, not a lot, but some people miss. And this is essential to doing this. Like when he walked through the door, we repeated that twice. Once from inside, shot it once from inside, once from outside. The dollar going into the machine, we shot it once from a wide shot, once from a close-up, because I'm going to cut on in the middle of that particular action of his arm moving in. In this case, his arm moving in, or actually the action of the bottle being pulled out of the receptacle. That's the action I'm going to cut on. So we shot it completely from the close-up and from the wide shot. Here we're getting set up to do a track, handheld track off his right shoulder. I have the table framed in the lower right. And of course, I completely forgot that Michael was sitting there at the table. Okay, so we have to go back and shoot that again. Alright, now I am over his right shoulder. Remember, I'm maintaining this line of action. Even though he walks through the hall over to the machine and curves around, the line is always his action itself, and I am on his right, on the right side of his action. Okay, and so we have the table in this wide shot. So when we cut, we're going to be able to cut from the tracking to this wide shot, and his movement is still a left to right screen movement. Again, repetition of action. I had him walk up and sit down and start to open up the bottle. I know where I'm going to cut. You don't always know when you're going to cut, but and that's a big reason for repeating the action from the different angles, to give the editor flexibility on where to cut, where in the action. But I know I'm going to cut when he sits down. As he's sitting, I'm going to cut to a medium, and so I have him sit completely and even go through the motion of reaching for the bottle and starting to open it. And here we have another take. He sits down, starts to open the bottle, etc. So we cut. And we cut to the medium shot here in the raw footage. He's just off camera a few feet. I had him sit down first to frame the shot, which we don't see here, but see here he's sitting. We framed that first with him sitting, and then had him get up and do the action of sitting, opening up the bottle, taking a sip. Okay. We're gonna, I think, cut. Yeah, we're gonna take that again. I thought he took a little too much time to open up that bottle, so that's okay. And hopefully we won't notice that, the audience won't notice that there's already a little bit of Coke gone from the bottle. Okay. He just got cheated there. Oh, okay. And takes the whole sip. Alright, puts the bottle down. And we're going to cut then to the close-up. Now I'm going to be cutting on the bottle as he raises the bottle to take a sip. So I had him do that whole action again from the medium, and now I'm going to have him do that same action from the close-up. Wait for our folks to clear the frame. And we have him go ahead and take a sip. Okay, good take. There we go.